Well, and we got a special guest, Vince Dunn, scoring a key third period goal, the insurance the Wolves would not need. Vince, what opened up the game in the third period? You were finally able to crack the Emeralds with a little bit more success.
Yeah, I think it was nothing special, really. I think we just tried to stick to our game plan from the start, and obviously there's a couple of huge saves from Binner. I mean, he kept us in the game there for till the very last minute, and I think we just found a way to win tonight.
Yeah, goaltending was superb. Didn't have a lot of shots and chances against, but the ones that were around him were tough ones that Beauty on the power play against. But let me ask you, Vince, about getting away from home. A nice, really nice 6-game homestand. You only lost the one game in overtime, so you gained points in all the games. To come on the road now, just a couple of games above 500 coming into this game as a team. Is it nice to get on the road with this group?
Yeah, I think we're a pretty close team, and we don't seem to struggle either way if we're home or away. So I think we're pretty comfortable with each other wherever we're playing. I think obviously it was pretty nice to be at home for that couple of weeks there, but I think we're just comfortable wherever we are. And tonight we found a way to win.
Daryl Sador seems pretty comfortable having the defense join the rush all season long, but you in particular, when do you know when to go up ice and when to hang back? Or does it always go up ice?
Yeah, I think especially in this level here, you got to be more careful when you're picking your spots, and I think you just got to look around and see what guys you're up against. I mean, you got to be careful when you're against the top lines. They can turn the play pretty quickly back the other way. So I think just picking your spots and making sure you can follow the play up and not try to do it yourself and lead the rush yourself. So I think just kind of moving it up to the forwards and letting them do their thing, and then jumping back and filling spots and filling lanes on the way up in the rush.
Vince, your confidence level has risen so quickly. We see you do things that you never would have tried maybe in the first couple of months of the season. And the one thing that's changed in my eyes about you is your ice time. I would say tonight you played half the game. And there's been some defensive woes with guys with injuries, call-ups. Chris Butler, the captain, is out with having a new baby. But your ice time, it has to be fun being on the ice as much as you've been.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I think I'm just trying to take every opportunity that I'm given and to just play every shift like it's my last. I know coming into here the first my
some of your friends from back in the Lindsay area.
They love it. Well, Vince, we're going to show you your goal here, and it starts in the defensive zone. Are you looking right off the bat to join the rush? And is there communication between you and Kenny?
No, I think he just knows what to do whenever he's got the puck. He's a pretty special player, and he's obviously leading the league for a reason. So I know I can trust him when he has the puck, and I know when I give it to any forward on our team, I can expect it back and expect a good play made out of it. So I think we're a really strong team right now. We're getting really comfortable with each other, and trust is our biggest thing, and I think we're doing a really good job of that.
A couple of power play goals your team had. The power play has been spectacular to watch. How difficult it is playing a team like Milwaukee. It's your 12th game against them to have some variety in your power play. Yeah,
it's hard. I mean, obviously you play the teams in your division so many times, and I think teams start to catch on to the little tricks we have. So I think Chucker's done a good job kind of breaking it up and changing the power play breakouts here and there and keep teams guessing. And I think whoever we got on the power play, there's been some movements and some switches around. But I think at the end of the day, we all know what to do, and we all come in with a game plan and try our best to execute it.
You've got Texas coming up, but after that, it's 2 against Grand Rapids, a team you haven't seen in a while. Are you looking forward to that one?
For sure. Every game's important now, and we're trying to catch that first place for home ice. So I think just playing every game like it's our last and making sure every game counts for us. And obviously every game's big to try to catch first place. So I think obviously Grand Rapids, those are 2 big ones coming up, and obviously Texas, that's a point we can get and try to take advantage of. So I think just playing every game like it's our last and trying to get every point that we can.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vince, it's been fun to watch. The Wolves have picked up points in 10 straight to keep up the good work.
Thanks, guys.
Great game, Vince.
We're going to come back with more of our CW50 post-game show here from Milwaukee, where the Wolves blank the Admirals. We bring you back inside the broadcast booth. We have a special guest, the captain. Chris Butler is going to join us. And Chris, it seemed the last maybe tail end of this weekend series, the mood of the team was a little bit salty, and you finally get back in the win column this afternoon. Did you notice a change in the demeanor of your team?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. We haven't had a stretch like this since maybe the start of the season where we were kind of struggling to string some wins together. And I felt like for the last couple of weeks we were playing okay. We just weren't getting the results. We weren't finishing chances that seemed to be going in for us when we had that stretch of games where we scored 4+ goals and life was easy for us. So probably a good thing right before playoffs to kind of have a bit of a test for us, and I thought we answered well tonight.
Exactly that. I think, and Jason and I were talking about this, it comes at maybe a good time because it gives a little test. It puts some of the younger guys into a little pressure situation because that's what playoffs are all about. And the bottom line is defensively, you guys are still okay. You weren't really giving up a lot of goals or chances, and you were having a ton of chances. It just wasn't going your way.
Yeah, and the teams that we're playing right now are teams that are really fighting for that 3rd, 4th spot, and they're doing a lot of jockeying right now with Iowa, Charlotte, and Lake Erie or Cleveland there. So we know that they're going to be probably a little bit more desperate, a little bit more hungry than we are with a little more solidified spot. But I thought tonight this afternoon we played well. You know, our big guy stepped up, scored some beautiful goals, and maybe a couple guys that were struggling. We made some changes on a couple of our lines, and you look at the answer that we had tonight.
Points now in 16 of the last 17 games. That's remarkable within itself. But how has this team made the change from November to where they are today, where even when they're not getting the goal scoring, you're able to pick up the points?
I think a lot of it has to do with our chemistry. This is a very tight group. This is a team that's gelled really nicely. Yeah, we've seen some guys go up and down, but we haven't had the back and forth that some organizations see. And so we're a comfortable group together. We're guys that get along extremely well on and off the ice, and I think that goes a long way towards tougher parts of the games. You want to block a shot for a guy. You want to help a guy out. You want to make a hit. You want to pick up your goalie or a teammate or a line mate that maybe screwed up the shift before. So I think our chemistry and how close we are goes a long way.
Let me ask you, I think the most important position in the playoffs is goaltending. Phoenix Copley looked like he was kind of the #1 guy. He gets traded. You have 2 guys that are very good and playing very well. How do you feel about the goaltending, having these 2 young guys? Willie Husso tonight was brilliant.
I think we're extremely comfortable with both guys. I think Benner's kind of been in a position here where he hasn't gotten the results in the win-loss column that he probably deserves. He's played extremely well for us, and he's getting some tough bounces, some shootout losses, things like that. And I thought Hoos was absolutely tremendous tonight, especially the first half of the game. He made some huge saves for us, some redirections, some things that maybe could have changed the momentum of the game, and he was rock solid.
Jason's got a stat for you for Bennington, though, and it doesn't seem like he's winning all these games. But how many games in a row with a point?
Yeah, last 12 starts, he's 8-0-2-2. So you are getting at least points from both netminders, which is great.
Yeah, it's easy to play in front of those guys. They're both extremely calm in net. Benner maybe handles the puck a little bit more than Villy does, but you look at how calm they are. You look at, they don't make a ton of spectacular saves, mainly because they're always in the right position.
You mentioned the chemistry of this team, and it's been a while since the Wolves have been on the road for a week and a chance to go out and do some things together. You had the 2 games in Cleveland, a couple off days before the 2-game set here in Charlotte. What did you guys do together?
Watched a lot of basketball. College hockey was starting, so there were a lot of side bets. We got a lot of college guys here.
And your team's doing pretty good in college.
They are, yeah. So I picked up a couple bucks yesterday, so I was appreciative of them coming through and hoping that they can get to Chicago here and we can see them play in the Frozen Four. But it's just a chance to get together and have some dinners and be outside, enjoy some nice weather, and you relax. It's amazing what a couple warm days in the sun can do for the body. 65, 70 games into the season.
How did you miss that empty net?
That's bad ice right there. That was dead center. It's kind of an unwritten rule there. If you're up by 2 goals, it's a green light. And
right.
I gave the one to Lindy there, and I thought he was going to bury it. And then I said, "Screw it! I'm gonna see if I can send another one in." And that's like hitting the pin on a par 3, and it goes in the water.
We needed one of those forwards to get that curling broom out for you.
Seriously.
Before we let you go, though, I want to congratulate you and your wife and Sloan, your new daughter. We've talked about it a lot, but to have you on the air now, pretty proud father.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I appreciate it, guys.
All right. The captain, Chris Butler, keep it going. The Wolves on a roll. They pick up the win in Charlotte.